It began with a sound no one could explain. Not thunder, not footsteps, not machinery, but drums. Deep, slow, rhythmic drums, coming from beneath the earth, in a rural part of Tanzania. Villagers told of nights when the ground itself seemed to beat like a hidden heartbeat. The sound usually came after midnight. It started faintly, then grew louder, rolling through the soil beneath homes and pathways. At first, people thought it was imagination, a trick of wind, an echo from a distant celebration. But there was one problem. There were no celebrations nearby. No roads close enough for heavy vehicles. No nearby hills to bounce sound back. And the rhythm was too steady, too deliberate. Night after night, people began stepping outside their homes to listen. They would stand in silence, looking at each other while the sound rose from below them. Boom, pause, boom, boom, then silence again. Children became afraid to sleep alone. Some elders said they had heard stories like this before, old warnings connected to land disturbed long ago. Others believed underground caves could carry sound in strange ways. But then something changed. One night, the drums were louder than ever. So loud that cups inside homes trembled slightly on wooden tables. Dogs barked wildly. Birds scattered from nearby trees in darkness, and several villagers swore they felt the ground vibrate beneath their feet. That was the moment fear replaced curiosity. The next morning, a group decided to investigate. They walked to the area where the sound seemed strongest, an open patch of land just beyond the village, where grass grew unevenly and the soil was darker than the rest. Some men brought tools, others only watched. The first strike of metal into the ground sounded normal. The second did too, but after digging only a short depth, one man suddenly stopped. He said the soil below felt hollow, not soft, not loose, hollow. They dug a little more. Then everyone heard it, a faint echo from underneath, as if there was space below them, a chamber, or tunnel, or something else. Work stopped immediately. No one wanted to go deeper. Some feared collapse, some feared disturbing burial ground, some feared something they could not name. Later, local explanations focused on natural causes. Tanzania contains regions with volcanic history, underground rock formations, and cavities where sound can travel in strange ways. Air pressure moving through hidden spaces can create low rhythmic noises. Water passing through underground channels can also produce repeating vibrations. All reasonable explanations, but they did not fully answer one question. Why did it sound like drums? Not random noise, not rumbling. Drums, human rhythm, measured beats, the kind people recognize instantly. For weeks, the sounds continued. Then one night, they stopped. No warning, no final crescendo, just silence. And that silence unsettled people almost as much as the sound itself, because now they listened for it every night. Waiting. Nothing came. Years passed. The land was avoided after dark. Children were warned not to play there alone. Some people crossed to the other side of the path rather than walk directly over the spot. Even those who believed in scientific causes admitted one thing. Hearing sound beneath your feet changes the way you think. Because the earth is supposed to feel solid, certain, reliable. But when the ground begins to speak in rhythm, certainty disappears. To this day, stories of the underground drums remain part of local memory. Some say it was geology. Some say it was trapped air and stone. Some say old spirits were reminding the living that not everything below us is silent. But maybe the real mystery is simpler. When people hear something they cannot explain, they never forget where they were standing when they heard it. Because some sounds fade quickly, and some sounds stay buried in the mind, long after the ground goes quiet. History is not old. History is living inside us. One day, one event, one lesson. Mr. Fidi,